Hey everybody, Brett here, and day 137 of my carnivore diet journey. And yeah, still on vacation, still in Cozumel. Got up this morning and did a breakfast, bacon, mostly bacon and an omelet, bacon sausage cheese omelet. The bacon, I had a little bit of chorizo. There was some potato mixed into the chorizo, but mostly it was chorizo and bacon. So got up this morning and did my meal, right? Right now, my normal morning meal. Wife and I spent the day kind of traveling the island again. We are in Cozumel, so island off the coast of Playa del Carmen in Mexico. Is in Mexico. It's part of Mexico. So for anybody that doesn't know about Cozumel, and we again took a drive on the kind of around to the east side of the island. So most of the life, most of the people live and everything right on the west side of the island, which is a little bit more protected. East side of the island is more exposed to the ocean. So hurricanes and tropical storms and everything come in there and kind of wipe everything out. So there's very little electricity over there, no running water, but there's a handful of bars, restaurants, and call them souvenir trinket shops that are set up around the bars and restaurants. So we went over there today and we went just kind of hit the beaches. I think we hit 4 beaches, 2 of which we really went in the water. The other 2 we just kind of hung out with our feet in the water, checking things out. I found 2 spots that had a lot of little tide pools. So there was lots of little, one spot had, I'm going to say thousands. It had to be thousands of little snails and stuff. All around in the tide pool areas, and then some of the larger puddles had a couple small fish in them. And then the other location that we went to that I found the real cool tide pools at, they also had some snails in that, but they had larger pockets, and even one of the smaller pockets had a number of fish in them, so it was really kind of cool. So I did have my GoPro with me, so I took some video of the fish in that. So I'm hoping at some point to put together the kind of vacation video and show some of that. But it was really nice. Threw my mask and snorkel on at one beach and just kind of check things out. Unfortunately did not bring my fins, so it was a little bit harder for me to get really out where I wanted to be to really kind of see coral in that. I was more closer to the beach. White sandy beaches though, really beautiful. Stopped and had a drink, had a mojito at a place called Welcome to Miami, and I was told that they had the world's best mojitos, and in my experience of mojitos, it probably was the best. I've really only had mojitos in the U.S. and in the U.S. and then in Mexico at resorts. And the resorts are not always the best mojitos, but they were good. So this one was amazing though. So did that, kind of kept driving around and just checking out beaches and whatnot, and found sea turtle nests. So there are a number of locations around the island that sea turtles nest, and they actually mark the nests and close the beach and everything else. But one of the beaches that we just kind of stopped at, it had, as I was walking back up, like I was down at the water and down at the little tide pools and that, and as I was walking back up the beach, I all of a sudden saw this like track, where it was kind of flattened out, but it had a groove right in the middle of it. And then I noticed that it had little piles of sand. So it was where a sea turtle had actually beached itself and then worked its way up onto the beach higher above tide line and laid eggs and made a nest. So that was really, really freaking cool, right? The resort has a couple of nests along the beach where turtles have come up and nested, but they're all staked off and everything. This one was just kind of a wild one. And I know that they're all technically wild. That's where the turtles come up and do their thing, but this was really, really cool because it wasn't marked or anything else. I think we may have been the first people to stumble across it because it wasn't really a spot along the shore and the beach that a lot of people went to, but it was really cool for me. So we did that, and then came back to the hotel, hung out in the pool. I had a couple more drinks, so I actually had 4 drinks today, I think. So much heavier drinking day for me today, which is definitely not going to help my diet. But I gave myself one day to really kind of drink a little bit more than I probably should. Not that I was drunk, but definitely more alcohol than I should normally be drinking. And we did the breakfast, and then for dinner tonight, I actually did a really good dinner. We had beef carpaccio as my appetizer, which is just really, really thin sliced beef. I had a little bit of Parmesan with it and some kind of little sauce thing, but I was focused on the beef and the Parmesan. The gentleman came over and said, "What happened? Did a dog come by?" Because I ate it so fast. It was very tasty, but also I hadn't eaten anything since breakfast, and this was probably, I don't have my watch on me now. It was probably about 7 o'clock, so I was quite hungry. Now, when it came time for my meal, I gave them very specific instructions, and they followed them, which was really, really good. So I actually ordered the beef fillet with no potatoes, no vegetables, sides of any kind. But I also ordered the mahi-mahi, again, with no potatoes or vegetables of any kind. And they actually brought out 2 plates, one with the beef and one with the mahi-mahi. So that was my main meal. And it's exactly what I wanted. And it's exactly what I ate. So I was so hungry, though. I was joking with my wife that, when we got back to the room, I was going to order a room service pizza, and I was just going to crush a pizza real fast, which we did not do. We actually came back to the room and kind of relaxed on one of our porches. We have 3 porches in this room, which is really kind of cool. But we just kind of relaxed on the porch. And I did a little bit of research on my next diving certification, which is going to be Dive Master. So, we did that. And now my wife is in there resting, and I'm gonna finish up my video here. I'm gonna post the video and then go rest with my wife. So that is the video for today. I neglected to weigh myself again this morning. Again, we were going out today, so I had to, kind of get up, and we had to get over to the, I wanted to get over to the restaurant, get some breakfast, and then get back so that I could meet up with the gentleman who was renting us a car today. And in the commotion, in the commotion and the rush to try and make sure that I got that done on time, I missed my way in, just like I did yesterday. So what I'm going to do is actually leave the scale out in the middle of the floor. It's kind of tucked away right now, but I'm going to leave the scale out in the middle of the floor so that tomorrow I'll either realize it's there or stub my toe on my scale, and then that way I will make sure that I do my weigh in. A little nervous since I haven't weighed in yesterday or today. If I'm doing that 1 pound a day, that means I'll be at like 255, I think. And I didn't really want to do that again, but I am on vacation. I'm trying to enjoy myself a little bit, while still being fairly responsible. But like the dinners that I've been having have been heavy on meat, which is what I want. A couple days I had just a little bit of rice with it, but no breads. And I probably am going heavier on the meat than I need to. I'm eating more meat than I really need to. So that's probably the biggest piece, I think, of what my weight gain has been this week, is the quantity of meat. So I'm gonna kind of reel that in the next few days, where it's Thursday today, we're here Friday, Saturday, and then when Sunday morning we'll wake up here, we'll check out and head to the airport. But that's what I'm gonna do the rest of the time I'm here, is eat a little bit less, so that I can try and rein this thing back in. And then probably I may drink again tomorrow, not a ton, but I'll drink a little bit tomorrow. And then I think Saturday I'll be done drinking. Sunday I won't have any drinks. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And talk to the wife. I think I'm going to do one more day of diving. I think I am going to go do some morning dives on Saturday, which will finish. I'll finish diving well in advance of my no-fly zone, right? So if you're a diver, you know. But if not, after diving, you have to wait so long before you fly. It's a safety issue. It keeps you alive. Yeah, I'll dive probably Saturday morning, and then I will be done with my diving for the week. It'll be awesome too, because I will have gotten in 13 dives while I was here, which it'll be amazing for me. So that's where I'm at in Cozumel. We've got our swim up pool behind us here, and yeah, I will talk to you tomorrow.